Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1972 NFL season in Momentum Football. We're all set here at the not-so-frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, as the Chicago Bears are in town to visit the Green Bay Packers. As of this game, the Bears are 1-2, and they're in a tie with the Vikings for second place in the NFC Central. The Packers are 2-1 and alone in first place in the division. And I'm going to close these. I'm going to close the window so I don't have the breeze puffing it out. I wanted to take advantage of a nice evening for some fresh air, but unfortunately the curtains are going to run a little bit of interference on that idea. So yeah, we won't be able to get any fresh air in here. Anyway, our buddy Cthulhu's back in the background waiting. So let's go ahead and start off with the usual first order of business, and that would be the coin toss. Whoever will resolve that as usual is with 3 dice. And I believe, yep. Yellow for the Packers, white for the Bears, red for the decision. Odds the winning team will defer, evens the winning team will receive the opening kickoff. The Bears win the coin toss, and they will elect to receive. So Chicago will be looking at their first drive of the first quarter, but before we get there, Chicago does have a chance to return kickoffs for a touchdown, but they need an 11 on the red and white dice, and then a 51 and under on the blue and yellow dice. So let's see what happens on the opening kickoff. That's an 11 and a 21, and Ron Smith will take the opening kickoff all the way back for a Chicago touchdown. Wow. And the Bears already lead by a score of 6-0. Lambeau Field groans. Ugh. And Mac Percival will add the extra point automatically. Because he's in 11-66. I would be amazed if the kickoff return for a touchdown isn't momentum changing. Let me just take a look at, see if I can find anything there. Oh, kickoffs and returns always elapse one time unless an onside kick is attempted. I did not realize that. So that is good to know. And we don't see anything about... Yeah, just for giggles, we'll roll for the length of the return. So 80 plus 4d6. Let's see, 12, 17. That'll be a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And the Bears strike first. And I still don't see anything about that being momentum changing, but I can't swallow that not being momentum changing. So I'm going to give the Bears the momentum on that one. The Packers cannot return a kickoff for a touchdown. So they will get their first drive of the first quarter already being down by a score of 7-0. What a way to start the game if you're a Bears fan, that's for sure. As I drop the blue die already. ID Jester first to join us at Lambeau Field. And you missed quite the start for the game for the Bears, Jester. The Bears returned the opening kickoff 97 yards for a touchdown. And the Packers are about to roll their first drive, which will eat 7 time off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is coming off the team with momentum, and that's Chicago with a 62. The Bears are going to surrender that opening touchdown with a touchdown run of their own. So we'll roll for the Packers to see who made the rushing touchdown. And 11 is John Brockington taking that in from 1 yard out. All right, yes. John Brockington from 1 yard out. Doug Hunt now joins us here at the not-so-frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. And as always, the game will be available on on-demand replay, so you can go back and watch the opening kickoff. Chester Markle coming out. Actually, he's going to add the extra point automatically as well. And that will be 7-7. Well, since you're here, Jester, I'm kind of glad you're here. I couldn't find anything in the rules about it. Opening kickoff returns for a touchdown. Are they momentum changing? I'm ruling for house rule purposes that they are momentum changing plays. Speaking of kickoffs, we've got the Bears to see if they can do it again. And this time they can't on a 34. But we will take a time off the clock for that. Bears now with their official first drive of the first quarter. Yes, they are. That's what I thought, but I couldn't find it in the rules. Maybe it's somewhere in the... Yeah, I couldn't see anything for it in the game parts. Because it's a touchdown, and you just watched the Cincinnati from Cleveland game earlier. Yeah, again, I will apologize for the scheduling mishap on that. I had scheduled that for... That was week 3. Actually, that was week 3. So it was actually week 2. There was one of the games I had a schedule problem with. I think it was the Thursday game, because I had guessed on the scheduling for that to be like 7 o'clock. But things came up and I had something else I wanted to film later. So I ended up starting that one way early. Anyway, Bears coming back to their first offensive drive of the quarter are going to be taking 5 time off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 4 is coming off of Green Bay's defense because that's in the defense control range. And a 42, the Bears are going to punt that one away. Packers do have an opportunity to... Oh no, Packers would have an opportunity to have their punt blocked, but they can't block. They can, however, potentially return punts for a touchdown. 11 to 13 on red and white, but the 13 needs a 62 and under on the blue and yellow. That is a 33, so no punt return for a touchdown. Score remains 7-all as Green Bay now takes the field for their second drive of the first quarter. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening tonight as we're playing week 4 of the 1972 NFL season. Packers are going to be taking 6 time off the clock for this drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6 is coming off of Chicago's defense with a 42. And the Packers are going to punt that one away. The Bears do have an opportunity for a blocked punt. They need an 11 on red and white. So far, you've not had a single interception, fumble, kickoff, or anything for a touchdown. I think in one of the last couple of games... Yep, I actually also had an interception return for a touchdown in last night's game of week 3. Between the Bengals and the Browns. Did I have anything else happen? Doesn't look like it, but we're getting a little off track. We got to come back to the Bears for their next drive of... Actually, we're still rolling for the punt block. Except that's a 23, so no punt block. Now we come to the Bears' second drive of the first quarter. Taking off 4 time with a lightning quick drive. Not a good thing if you're a Bears fan tonight. A 4 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 12. And that's going to be a fumble. The Bears are going to put that one on the ground. Can the Packers return a fumble for a touchdown? Yes, they can, but they need an 11-12 on the red and white dice. That's a 43, so a 56 will be recovered by Dave Robinson, the left linebacker. And that will be momentum changing. That'll pull it over in Green Bay's direction as the Packers offense now takes the field for their third drive of the first quarter. Probably they've played it more times by now. Counting the demo game, this is actually my 5th game just this season, so yeah, I probably do have more plays by now. Anyway, the Packers coming out for their third drive of the first quarter. Oops. Taking off another 8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 is coming off the team with momentum. That is Green Bay with a 56. That's going to be a field goal attempt, and here comes Chester Markle to try to give the Packers the lead. He needs an 11-51, and the kick is good. That's a 64. Kick is no good. 24 plus 5 is 29. 17 is a 46-yard field goal, but the kick is no good. Misses it wide right. And that will pull momentum back to the center. Bears looking at their third drive of the first quarter. This shouldn't be their last drive unless they get a very grindy drive. That's another 5 time coming off the clock, which once more is not something you want to see if you're a Bears fan. 5 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 12, and that's going to be another fumble. Bears are playing Butterfingers tonight. Maybe they're a little bit nervous about being on the big stage tonight. Let's see if the Packers can return this one for a touchdown. They cannot on a 65, so that'll be Robert Brown making that recovery. That'll pull momentum back to Green Bay. We remain knotted at 7. First quarter. Taking off another 5 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another quick drive. 4 is coming off of Chicago's defense with a 41, and the Packers will have to punt that one away. Sending Ron Whidbey and the punt team back out are the Packers. Let's see if this punt gets blocked. That's a 21. Punt does not get blocked. Momentum stays with the Packers slightly. Chicago probably looking at the last drive of the second quarter. Let's see what the roll is for the drive. Six time off the clock will send us into the second quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are knotted at 7 after 1. A 5 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 51. That's a key penalty, and that will go against the Bears since it goes against the team with momentum. We'll call that a holding. Penalty will be declined, and the Bears will have to punt that one away. The Packers can return a punt for a touchdown. They need an 11-13, but a 62 and under on the blue and yellow if the red and white is a 13. Which that's an 11, and the Packers are going to take that one back for a touchdown. 52 will be John Daggers. That has to be a typo. John Taggers will say it. We'll pronounce the D silent. And that will pull the momentum all the way over for the Packers. And now we've seen a kickoff return and a punt return for a touchdown, and it will be, it'll be 14-7. Chester Markle will add the point after touchdown automatically. This has been a wild one. Lambeau Field going crazy right now, but we seem to have a special teams show going on here. Bears, yeah, this has been a crazy one. Bears are going to try to return another kickoff for a touchdown. Except the 42 says no. So now Chicago, looking at their second drive of the second quarter since the Packers just returned a punt for a touchdown. That's another 7 time coming off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 10 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 15. And that's going to be another fumble. The Bears do not want to hold on to the football tonight. Let's see if the Packers... Yeah, it is a battle at Lambeau tonight. Let's see if the Packers can return this fumble for a touchdown. On 11-12, they will get it back. They will take it back. That's a 61, so no fumble return for a touchdown. But that will keep the momentum with the Packers. These Packer-Bear games, from what I hear, are always tough stuff for both teams. Let's see what the Packers can do with this one. And this is our first time we've seen that we featured the Bears and the Packers on the channel, and I doubt it will be the last. That will be ticking off 8 time off the clock for the Packers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 is coming off of Green Bay's offense with a 45, and that's going to be a field goal attempt. Markle coming out to try to extend the lead for the Packers. Although he missed from 46 on his last try. He's 0 for 1 today. Let's see what Markle is able to do with this one. That's a 12. That one will be up and good. That'll be a chip shot. 2 plus 9 is 11 plus 17. That'll be a 28-yard field goal. And the score will be 17-7 in favor of the Packers once I get over to the scoreboard and finally remember to update it. Let's see if the Bears can do anything with the ensuing kickoff. .52 says no, they can't do anything with the kickoff. So the Bears will get their next drive of the second quarter. Taking off another 7 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 25, and that's going to be a quarterback sack. And the Packers now seem to be starting to lock it down a bit. We'll roll blue and yellow for the yard lossage, or the yard loss. Lossage isn't even a word. I don't know why that came out. That'll be an 8-yard loss. Do punts also tick off time? They probably do. No, I don't think they do, actually. Anywho, we'll try again. We'll see if let's see if the Packers even have a chance to return this one. Looks like we got to roll for the return procedure. We got to roll for the return for Bobby Joe Green. See if there's even a chance to return it. That's a 35, so there will be no return on that one. So the Packers get the ball back with a lot of time left to go still in the second quarter. 6 minutes left in the second. We'll be taking another 7 time off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lossage does sound cool, but like I said, not a word. 10 is coming off of Green Bay's offense with a 31, and the Packers are going to have to punt that one away. Let's see if the Bears can do anything with this punt. They need an 11 on the red and white dice to block, and then it'll be an automatic block. That's a 45. Punt is not blocked. We'll see what the Bears can do with what could be the last drive of the first half, but there's still a lot of time left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12 time left. Let's see what the Bears can do here. Probably not much. That'll be another 6 time coming off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 43. 43, that's going to be another punt. So the Bears have to punt that one away again. We'll see if there's an opportunity for a return. There is not. Green Bay will have their last drive of the last drive of the first half, which is essentially a free play for them because they will get the ball. They'll get the ball to start the third quarter. That's 6 time coming off the clock, so the Packers will get their drive because that'll be exactsies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is coming off of Chicago's defense, yes. With a 54, that's going to be a field goal attempt. Markle coming out to try to extend the lead again. Let's see if once I finish updating the score sheet. Markle is 1 for 2. He's missed from 46, but he's good from 28. Let's see if he's able to give the Packers 3 more points. That's a 34, so he will definitely give the Packers 3 more points. 12, 19, 36-yard kick. 36-yard kick will be up and good. And at halftime, the Packers are starting to pull away from the Bears as they lead this one by a score. Once I get it updated, of 20-7. And I will take a small break to get a little bit of liquid in my system. And check my phone and all that. Okay. Tomorrow night will be week 5 of the 1972 NFL season replay, as will feature the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos on the channel for the first time. Of course, we've got a different game we'll get to before that, but we'll have more on that after ultra quick football. As the ticker. A little bit tongue-tied tonight. The only consolation for the Bears, though, after a forgettable first half, is that the momentum does get reset. The Packers also don't have an opportunity to return a kickoff for a touchdown. So the Packers will get their first will kick off our first bit of time, and then the Packers will get their first drive of the second half. Wow, we're ticking off 10 time on that one. That's going to be a grinding drive, something Packer fans are going to be very happy to see. 10 on that. And 8 is coming off of Green Bay's offense with a 66, and that's going to be a touchdown pass from Scott Hunter. And the Packers picking up right where they left off. That'll pull momentum back over to them. I think the Packers are about done with this battle at Lambeau stuff. At least the way things are going here. 33 will be Leyland Glass making that catch from 6 yards out. Spelled. Yep, okay. Score is now going to be 27-7 as Markle will once again add the point after touchdown. Although with the ability for the Bears to return a kickoff for a touchdown, they're probably not out of this yet. But they need to get something going on offense. That's a 53, no kickoff return for a touchdown. So the Bears will get their first drive of the second half. This game is rapidly getting away from them, though. 4 time coming off the clock most likely won't help. 2, 3, 4. A 3 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 33. The Bears are going to have to punt that one away. We'll see if there's an opportunity for a return. 46-66, there is a possibility of a return. That's a 45, no possibility of a return. If you're a Packer fan, you're probably very happy with what you're seeing tonight on the scoreboard. Packers with their second drive of the third quarter. That will be another 8 time coming off the clock. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 7 is coming off the team with momentum. That's Green Bay. We're coming off of their offense with a 36. And that's going to be a key pass. We'll see if the Packers can keep their drive going. All right, a 14 is going to be MacArthur Lane making that catch. And a 13 is going to be a first down. Who was that? Yes, MacArthur Lane. So we'll get another drive roll, and we'll see what the Packers can do with that after they keep the ball on offense. And this roll is coming off the offensive sheet, off the offensive drive, no matter what. We're taking off another 9 time. A long drive. With a 33 coming off of Green Bay's offense, and they're going to have to punt this one away. So after they manage to keep the drive alive, the Packers have to punt. Ron Whitby coming out to see if he can get this punt off. And he can. The Bears are very much running out of time in this game, given that they're already down by 3 scores. That's probably not helpful. 7 time coming off the clock. Seven is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 36, and the Bears will have to punt that one away as well. We'll see if there's an opportunity for a return for the Packers. There is no opportunity for a return. Green Bay with a grinding drive in the third quarter that may have locked this game down. But let's see what the Packers can do with this drive. They'll take another 8 time off the clock, since I apparently can't do first grade math tonight. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are into the fourth quarter now. So I will remember to change that. An 8 is coming off of Green Bay's offense with a 53. A 53 is going to be another field goal attempt. Back out comes Markle. The defense seems to be holding mostly well for the Bears, but the problem is they're just not getting any help from their offense. It was all the opening kickoff return, and it's been all Packers ever since tonight. 66, though, that kick is going to be up and it's going to be no good. 36, 40, 57-yard kick is no good. That was not a kick I would have tried if I were the Packers there, which will pull the momentum over and maybe give the Bears some life, but they've got to get a lot going here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I am starting to get used to football a little bit more. I think this replay is helping with that as well, and that might be helpful for the Bears. We're taking 8 time off the clock. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is going to be coming off of Chicago's offense with the 55, and that's going to be a field goal attempt. That's not what the Bears want to see, but they just need to get points here. Mac Percival, not a good kicker at all. He is an 11-36 on the field goal made. That's a 12. That will be up and good. 2, 9, and 7 is 26-yard kick. But of course, not momentum changing because it didn't let the Bears take the lead. It's letting them basically pretend that they have something resembling life in this game, but the score is 27-10. And the Bears might be starting to think about an onside kick, but they're just gonna kick this one deep. They need to get a lot of points. They're gonna need to get a lot of points in a hurry here. And actually, yeah, they're just gonna kick it deep. Packers with their next drive. That's not going to be good for the Bears. 8 time coming off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 5 is coming off of Chicago's defense with a 63, and that's not something the Bears want to see at all right now. That is going to be another touchdown pass for the Packers as Lambeau Field going absolutely berserk tonight with what they see. 54. The catch is going to be made by Rich McGeorge from 8 yards out. And Markle will come out and add the extra point. Let's see, it was 20-7, so it should be 7-0. I'm just making sure I've got the box score updated. So the score is now 34-10, and maybe the Bears should have kicked that one deep. I don't know. Or maybe the Bears should have tried an onside kick. Let's see what happens with the next kickoff for the Bears. .55, no return on the kickoff. We might very well, I think we're pretty much deep into garbage time at this point if you're the Bears. Let's see, that's another 7 time coming off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 is coming off of Green Bay's defense with a 46, and the Bears are going to have to punt that one away. Let's see if there's a possibility of a return. There is a possibility of a return. Let's see if the Packers can do anything with it. That's a 14th, and they just missed. The Packers just miss it. Oh, wow. Lambeau Field almost got another punt return for a touchdown out of that one. But let's see what the Packers can do with this next drive in the fourth quarter. Probably looking to ice the game at this point. That's going to be another 6 time coming off the clock. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, I think this one's already on ice. 6 is coming off of Chicago's defense with a 51. That'll be another field goal attempt with Markle coming back out. Here comes Chester Markle to try to add another field goal. Markle missed from 46, good from 28, and good from 30. Okay, let me run through that for Markle again. Missed from 46, good from 28, good from 36, missed from 57. Now that we've got that sorted out. That's a 56. That kick is no good. 30, 34, and 17 is a 51-yard kick. And Markle will miss that one. I don't know who's sending out these terrible kicks. Must be some other channel sending that out. Let's see what the Bears are able to do, if anything, with this one. The Bears are very much running out. The Bears are basically out of time at this point. 6 time coming off the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 9 is coming off of Chicago's offense with a 14, and that's going to be a fumble by the Bears. Turnovers hurt the Bears' chances early, and the turnovers are probably going to bury them. 11-12 for Green Bay with the fumble return for a touchdown. That's a 44, so no fumble return. That'll be recovered by Jim Carter. And I expect we'll see the Packers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I expect we'll see the Packers come out in victory formation for this one. Because this game was pretty much over after the end of the second quarter. Let's be perfectly honest. 8 time is plenty for victory formation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bang! And that's the end of the game. The Green Bay Packers will run away with this one at Lambeau Field after the Bears managed to get a, 27. They scored another 7. Just making sure I had the box score straight. So the Bears return the opening kickoff for a touchdown and then get little else as they get demolished by the Packers after that by a final score of 34-10. Packers now move to 3-1 on the season, and Chicago drops to 2-2. But we are not done yet, as we've still got Ultra Quick Football and the ticker tape coming up. Yes, that is a critical game in the NFC Central as Philip Anderson joins us in time for Ultra Quick Football. It is now time for the NFL Ticker, brought to you by Ultra Quick Football by Downey Games. The Packers blow out the Bears by a final score of 34-10. How did the rest of the league do? Let's find out. As usual, I'll actually make a note here. I'll actually make notes. All right, just wanted to make a note on the color of the dice. We've got our D percentile dice as usual. Red for the away team, green for the home. First up, we've got the Lions and the Falcons. Lions roll a 41. They've got no change on their score. Falcons roll a 59. They're adding 3 points to theirs, but that's not enough as the Lions will take that one by a final score of 16-12. Patriots and the Bills. Patriots roll a 32, no change to their base score. Bills roll a 32, they're subtracting 2 points from theirs. Still not enough for the Patriots, as the Bills will take that one by a final score of 23-15. Broncos and the Bengals. Broncos rolling 82. They're adding 8 points to their score to go up to 21. Bengals roll in 99. They're adding 21 points to their score, as the Bengals are going to take that one in a shootout by a final score of 41-21. Chiefs and the Browns. Chiefs roll in 94. They're adding 14 points to their score. Browns roll in 80. They're adding 8 to theirs. And the Chiefs will take that one by a final score of 22-18. Dolphins and the Jets. Dolphins roll at 55. They're adding 2 points to their base score for 26. Jets roll in 19. They're subtracting 6 points from theirs. And the Dolphins will pick up a shutout victory by a final score of 26-0. Saints and the Giants. Saints roll in 84. They're adding 8 points to their base score. Giants roll as 100. They're adding 21 to theirs. And the Giants will take that one by a final score of 43-12. Eagles and the Redskins. Eagles roll in 18. They're subtracting 6 points from an already zero base score. Redskins roll at 52. No change to their base score. The Redskins will take that one by a final score of 22-0. Chargers and the Colts. Chargers roll in 8. They're subtracting 8 points from their base score. We're going to call that down to 2 points because you can't score 1 in the NFL short of an extra point. Colts roll a 21. They're subtracting 3 points from their base score, and the Colts will take that one by a final score of 7-2. Cardinals and the Vikings. Cardinals roll a 67. They're adding 6 points to their base score. Vikings roll a 39. They have no change to their base score. The Vikings will take that one by a final score of 17-12. Steelers and the Cowboys. Steelers roll a 7. They're subtracting 10 points from their base score. Cowboys roll a 7. They're subtracting 14 points from theirs. And the Steelers get and there's only a field goal of scoring, but it's enough for the Steelers to win 3-0. 49ers and the Rams. Critical game in the NFC West. Niners roll a 77. They're adding 7 points to their base score. Rams roll a 30. They're subtracting 2 points from theirs. And the Niners will take that one by a final score of 25-11. Last up, Raiders and the Oilers. Raiders roll a 66. They're adding 3 points to their base score. Oilers roll a 95. They're adding 17 to theirs. But a great performance by the Oilers isn't enough, as the Raiders are going to take that one by a final score of 27-19. And that's your Ultra Quick Football NFL ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow night. Tomorrow, we are going to be at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, as the Minnesota Vikings are traveling to visit the Denver Broncos. Before we get there, however, tomorrow morning will be a morning stream. I'm looking to go live between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, as we're going to play some freeform Call of Cthulhu, and I'll explain more on how we're doing that when I go live. Wednesday, we're playing Night Fighter Ace from Compass Games, and then Saturday next week, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the official Catan cookbook with the side 7-grain bread. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.